All right, this is a Tech Tuesday, so don't forget that part. That's very important in these videos. Welcome to another Tech Tuesday. We have been sitting on this item for quite a long time, and I think mainly because we wanted to test it out and actually put it on set and see what it did. So the SMOKE GENIE, I'm not sure exactly where they came up with this idea. I'm really thinking it came from like mods and vapes and from like that world.
It looks like a big old vapor.
It really does. Like,
yeah.
If you're into that stuff, this will definitely look familiar. But yeah, first off, comes in a sweet case, and let's pop this thing open.
Let's open it.
You were really impressed with this thing. At first, you were like, "What the heck is that, Scooter?" And then I
legitimately thought that you were vaping on it.
On set, just like sitting there.
Like I was like, "Holy crap, dude! That's the biggest."
I think Blessed, during the movie Blessed, though, quite a few times you called me out and you're like, Scooter, can we use that thing real quick?
I did. So like once I knew you had it, I was like, cool, we're gonna use this thing. Yeah.
So first look, guys, right off the bat, it comes in a sweet case and everything's laid out for you guys, honestly, really well. Like, it's quite self-explanatory. You're not opening this thing up and going, how do I set it up? Everything's...
Is it self-explanatory? Like, what is this?
It's probably more self-explanatory if you come from the vape world. Because honestly, this is set up exactly like a vape. So let's pull this thing out. And we've been using this thing for the last 6 months to a year now. We've used it on music videos, feature films, outside, inside. We put this thing through the ringer. So yeah, right off the bat, here's your unit.
Well, here, explain to us. So this is the main housing, right?
Yes.
And then you open this guy up and you got your battery compartment here.
Which is actually the same batteries you would use in an actual mod vape.
Is it really?
Yeah, 18650s, which is what we use in like nucleus
Yeah, I was gonna say these are the same batteries used in the nucleus.
So they actually like looked into it and found a battery that wasn't just like for one or the other, which is kind of cool.
And then what do these buttons do here on the side or on the front?
So it's really simple. All you do here is turn it on with 3 clicks. 1, 2, 3. I just turned it off. We'll turn it back on. 1, 2, 3. And then it gives you a little menu. And then all it has here is 2 displays, which is your heat and fan. So how hot it's going to heat this up and how much air is going to push the smoke out. So all this is a down arrow, up arrow, and that's all you're doing here is just adjusting your heat and your fan. That's it.
What have we had it on when we've been using it? Is it like full blast?
We've been cranking it full blast.
Okay.
But there are a few times where we've turned it down a little bit. Like if I ever hand this thing to somebody else, if they don't know how to use it, I'll turn the heat down a little bit because it's very easy to burn these out.
Right.
Like if you've ever, we're gonna probably compare this to vaping a lot, but if you've ever vaped a bunch and it tastes burnt, that's the same idea. Your juice is out and your wick gets dry and you burn out your wick.
Yeah, and so the button, you can only hold it down for so long before you start burning out the element inside, right?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So pretty simple, and all these are, guys. All these are comes with 3 of them. Are just extra tanks. So it's just when these burn out, you can throw them away and you throw in the new tank. I've been using this for 6 months now and haven't gone through a tank yet. So
is this like an accidental, like, oh, I burned this out kind of a thing? Or is this like you can have this tank filled up with juice ready to go and you can like slap it on once that runs out?
I think that's 50-50 because your refill is just right here in the top. It's a little rubber. You pop that up and then you take your bottle here and we'll just show you for the heck of it. But you take your bottle, flip it up, and then you dump more juice in. So to that point, I don't know how big of an advantage it'd be to switch them out.
Okay.
But it could. I do know it's very common though to burn them out.
Okay.
You accidentally hold it too long and it burns out. So then it comes with a little cage here that sits over it. That just slides on and kind of clicks in there. And then you have all your attachments.
And what are all of the attachments that we're playing with here? Oh, there's more batteries.
Oh, more batteries. We're out of batteries and we're, okay, that's awesome.
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna put these.
So these attachments are all for a number of different things. I would say the main thing you're gonna be using this for is probably product video and photography.
Yeah.
So with that.
But also that being said, we have filled a house.
An entire house.
An entire house, we filled it up with just this little guy. The whole house.
So
It works.
Don't be underestimated when you see like the B-roll shots of us using it for like a lens video or like a product video. This thing cranks out smoke.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got your little attachments here, and honestly, these you should just play with. They're all like little bends and crevices to put your smoke where you need it. This kind of like separates your smoke evenly. They all do just like little things that you'll probably really notice when you're dialing in a shot.
One of the most useful things that is in this kit is this fan, and it's a little fan, but dang, it's powerful. And we have filled the house with this guy, and it just disperses this thing.
Yeah, so this little thing has literally filled an entire house. And so yeah, all this does is if you're cranking smoke out, you turn on the fan,
Of course not.
and then it'll sit there and diffuse it. Of course.
Oh, there it goes.
we go. So what this does is if you sit there and you can use the fan, and it will disperse the smoke so it's not all clogged up.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. As well as they have all these fun attachments. So like with these guys, you can just click them in. And if you need to get your smoke in a specific area or control your smoke so it's not just going everywhere, you can do stuff like this. What? So, really useful, really fun. We've used this probably hundreds of times in the last 6 months. It's probably really hazy in here. I think one of the most unique things that this has compared to anything like this on the market is it has a wireless remote feature. What this allows you to do is you can actually mount this through a ⅛ on the bottom, and if you want to put that on a baby pin to mount it inside of like a car engine, or if you're doing a fire effect out of a room and you want to mount that on like the bottom of a doorway, I think it's pretty cool. You can mount it, and then when you're offset, hit your button and it'll smoke out.
And in case you don't have a plethora of Tilta nucleus batteries, you can charge the battery that comes with it inside
Via
of itself.
through the unit, yeah.
Right.
So the unit becomes your charger as well.
And it's just USB-C. And that comes with it, yeah?
Yes, yeah.
Cool.
So all in all, the kit comes with everything you would need. Also, it comes with a mini baby pin. What would you call that?
Yeah.
Mini baby pin?
Yeah, ⅛ to baby pin.
But the idea there would be you can mount it and then do a clamp.
Put it on
and
a C-stand or something.
put it somewhere. So
Yeah.
I think your options are honestly unlimited with this thing.
Yeah, it's great. Honestly, it's not an F100, so you're not going to be filling a soundstage with this little guy. But like you said, if you're using it for product photography, or you need to fill like a normal sized house or like a smaller house or an apartment or something like that to get that atmosphere, this can definitely do it.
So everybody's been on set where you have to wait for the haze machine to heat up and you're sitting there and you're waiting around. This thing in my kit, if I'm a first AC and we need some quick haze, I can literally pop this out, throw some haze into set, and we can get shooting right away. Now, obviously that's not a first AC's job, but it's something that I like to keep in my kit. So if we're shorthanded or we're doing more than one job, you can be that guy.
And that's exactly what happened on our movie that we did with Bryce, Blessed. We were sitting there and we were looking for our hazer. I think it was an F100.
Yeah.
And come to find out that the producer had sent that back to the rental house, not thinking of it the day before. And knowing that Scooter had this in his kit, I was like, dude, run out to the car and grab it. And he went out and grabbed it, and we were able to get the shot. And in that instance, it's priceless because it keeps the production moving forward.
So I definitely would recommend, if you guys are looking for a hazer or a personal smoke machine, whether that's for set life or for your own like photography stuff, I would hands down 10 out of 10. This thing's perfect in my opinion.
Yeah.
So does it have your stamp of approval?
It does. It has my stamp of approval.
Boom!
They're great.
Smoke Genie, thank you guys. We really appreciate you guys sending us this. We're going to continue creating with this guy, and we look forward to seeing what else you guys create, because you definitely hit a home run with this item.
Yeah. See ya.
Peace.